Hi guys, okay, so I'm just going to show you how I basically do my hair. So this is the Airwrap Dyson, and I start off with this one. Basically microfibered toweled my hair, so I've just had a shower, washed it. I put in hair oil, which I make myself as a heat protectant, and now I'm just about to do my hair. Yes, let's switch it on and get started. Okay, so I've just sectioned off my hair, put half of it up, and just switch it on, and I just go through the sections like this, just to get rid of any more moisture that's in the hair. Just go through it like this. I have naturally quite curly, frizzy hair, and so I find that actually, as good as your hair can look when you've started at home, the second you walk out, your hair tends to frizz up. And so the best way to combat that really is through oil and emollients and silicones on the hair. So basically I made myself a hair growth range just for my own head, and it was my scalp and also to protect my hair, especially when you're heat styling, which, you know, I do probably once a week, maybe twice a week. There we go, and then I move on. Okay, so basically I've just done some straightening of my hair with this because the Dyson isn't going to be as effective on my hair. It's quite difficult to manage. And now we're going to go in with the curler, so I'll show you how that works. So because I'm doing a tikka today, I basically am going to section off a part of the hair and just literally put a hairband in it to keep it separate, and then I'm going to curl the rest of my hair. So basically do this, and then part it like this. And really the most effective way, but very bad for the hair, and you don't do this often, this is like purely for that, you know, wedding, the one of the year. You do this, and then this is my curler. So I'm using A body it's called. I put up to 210 and it's very hot. I have burnt myself with this before, and so it's just something to be careful of. And that's it. I hold it there for about 10 seconds. 2, and then just basically hold it, let go, ta-da! And the beauty of these curls compared to Airwrap is that they basically last all night. Whereas an Airwrap is fine for like when I'm doing a YouTube video or I'm, you know, just filming something for the day, but not for an intense party where I know I'm going to be dancing for 3 hours straight and my hair is just going to turn into a big frizzy mess on my head. So when it's like that, I almost have to like make sure that the curls are set, and that's it. And I'm going to do that for my whole head basically, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. So I have to do the next section, spray, curl, and I don't go too close to the scalp because it's not really worth it, putting additional heat unnecessarily, because you're not going to see it. So I just curl the ends, and this is why it's really important that you treat your ends with oil and silicones in order to coat the hair, especially as we age and our hair becomes more brittle and, you know, just doesn't grow as long. I look at Sienna's beautiful hair. Her anagen phase is great at this age, and at this age it's a very different situation. Okay, so I've basically curled my hair, so that's the rest of it done. And now what I'm going to do is just remove that last section from the top. So this is basically going to be the section where the tikka is. Now the way I do it is basically first of all I part it where I think I want the tikka to be, and then this is my tikka that I'm going to wear here, and I'm going to put it here. So the hook is going to be about there, but I always start a little bit in front of the hook. So basically what we want to do is take a section of hair from here, just a tiny little section, not a huge amount, just like that. I pull it quite tight, and I basically put a grip here, hair grip there. And that is going to be where I'm going to basically try and make sure my tikka is anchored to. And because I'm dancing, I'll be moving my head around a lot, and so I don't want it to move. And I've got another little trick just to make sure that the tikka doesn't fly around and whack me in the face. So basically just do this, just like this. It's pretty simple. So that's basically anchored down now. In addition, what I'm going to do is, you can even put a couple more pins here at this point if you want, a little bit further ahead if you feel like it's a particularly heavy one. Then we're going to move into covering it like this. So basically I take this, and you're not going to believe it, after I sterilized all those brushes, I actually left them at home, can you believe it? So now I'm basically just working with the brush from my Dyson. Just do this. And I tend to twist it to just make sure I'm covering as much of the chain as possible. And then I make a little puff for myself at the top. And you can back comb it if you want. And everyone's face can handle a different amount of volume at the top, but that's roughly how much I like to do. And then I'll just pin it down and I'll show you the next bit. I just realized I actually wasn't filming, so what I basically did was applied my foundation and I put it on top of my Cera-Pep and Inzincable, which basically means that any water that's evaporating from the denatured alcohol is evaporating from my skincare, not from my actual skin itself. And if I haven't shown you my beauty box, let me show it to you now. It is so good. So this is what it looks like. It's literally, it's a box that comes and you can put everything you want into it and it closes. It's even got a light, which means I can literally just do my makeup anywhere, which is basically what we all need. Next, I'm just going to set the foundation. So I'm using this Rimmel Stay Matte. Oops. So for me, I'd focus mainly on my T-zone area and then just everywhere else. Don't forget to do your eyelids because that's really where it tends to crease. I'm now going to go in with my concealer in here, and then I highlight this area in here, highlight this area, and I just go around. So I don't know if it's coming up on the camera very well. And then just again stipple it back in. I don't tend to powder around my eye area because the skin around the eye, I'm 38 now, so the skin around the eye is going to be thinner and it's going to crease. And that is not a good look for any age. What do you need? You should wear bindi. Have you got bindi? Pick a nice bindi. Have you got a tikka? Oh, you can get it, of course. Yeah. Show me. I didn't realize I bought a tikka. And your bangles? It's the first time Sienna's wearing Indian clothes. So she's so excited. Because of COVID, a lot of us haven't really gone to weddings or gone out, got dressed. And so actually, I just realized my children have really missed out actually in all the experiences that we just took for granted as children. You know, all the silly games that you play at weddings as children. And even like, you know, spending time with their cousins and their family. It's just, we just took it for granted. And now, for the first time, they're all spending time together and it's such a beautiful thing to see. Okay, so I'm just doing my eyebrows. Do you know, when I get back, I'm going to get them microbladed because I find eyebrows the biggest headache and they are just never, ever perfect. And especially when you're trying to do a YouTube video. Next, I'm just going to contour my face. I'm using the Vanity Fair and I bought both the brushes, the one to highlight and the one to contour. So I basically use the dark side. It comes out quite dark initially, but once you blend it in, it basically buffs away. So you basically use the contour edge to buff upwards, especially with age. The big mistake is people buffing downwards, so push upwards when you are contouring. And because I've got such a tiny face, it always goes too close to the center, so I have to use the back of my hand to basically get rid of the bit close to my face and try and keep them as even as possible. So I'm just about to do my eyes now. So what I do is, this is not, you know, good for the skin. It's not something you do regularly. But again, if it's a special occasion, then this is the best way to get a nice sharp eyeshadow line. And the trick is really to make sure that the lines are basically equal. You know, you don't want one going up too high and the other one not. So I basically chose two palettes because you can't carry too much, you know, when you're going abroad. So I basically, thanks baby. I've got MAC and I've gone with Urban Decay Stone because I love these glitters. Look how gorgeous these are. So thank you, darling. So today what I'm doing is I'm wearing basically this color gold and green. So I tend to always start with a light color, as you always know, from the inner corner to make my eyes the illusion of separating my eyes further, which is a look that I do love, I have to be honest. I do this. Sienna's sitting here waiting for me to do her hair as well. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this really cute transition peach. I think it's so gorgeous. So just do this. So basically wherever you put the brush is where the most amount of intensity of pigment is going to be, and then it's the window wiper effect. My sister-in-law taught me this one. Let's do this down. Okay, same with this side. And now I'm just going to go in my eyeliner. So basically it's just dot here, and then you just join the dots literally. I just do this. I literally cut it like that. And it's like colouring in the lines. That's make it as easy for myself as possible. Because I like a specific lifting of the eye. If you bring your eyeliner down, then the whole eye goes downwards. So for me, my natural eyes tend to go slightly down. And so I lift it by doing this. And that's why I love doing cat eye eyeshadow, because it lifts the whole eye upwards. It's just an illusion, to be honest. I do a little trick with my Dicker is I basically use my eyelash glue and I've just put it underneath and I'm just holding it down. It's actually a really heavy Dicker and I'm hoping it will stay in place. I might need to put some extra on. Next, I'm just going to do my mascara and then eyelashes and lips, and we are done. Hey, so the kids are joining. You okay? Oh. It's okay. Okay, Mummy's gonna poke herself in the eye. Just gonna do the first coat. These are Huda's basically legit lashes, and I find they are just the blackest black mascara, which is exactly what I love. And actually, you know, our oil melting cleanser effectively removes this really dark pigment very easily without tugging at my skin. And actually I used this as the benchmark because I knew this was the darkest on the market. I'm just going to also use her Huda Beauty eyeliner underneath just to make it slightly darker. Okay. Now I'm just going to do
kissy.
Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I'm using Night Moth lip liner from MAC. Okay, so now I basically just blend it in with my finger, and that's just all it is lip liner plus Vaseline. That's it so far. Then I'm now going to put my lipstick on. I love this Huda one. This one is Gossip Girl. And I always mix lipsticks. So first I do this. It's a great one to make sure your lipstick is on all night.
Here's some things.
Thank you, Joshie. Okay. And then I always go in the lighter, I basically contour my lips. So I basically go with the lighter colour on the inside to give it more of a plump appearance.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Right there, mate. Uh-huh.
Sometimes she always says that.
Now I'm going to go in with Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer, and I love it because at this age I feel like liquid blushes are a lot more forgiving. I definitely feel my skin is different at 38 than it was, you know, a decade ago, where I would be powdering and baking under my eyes. I always, by the way, put a little bit of the blush just here to basically just bring it all together, and this is just going on top of the transition colour.
Looks so beautiful.
Oh, thank you, baby. That means a lot. It means a lot to Mama. I'm now going to do my eyelash. I'm using Dramatic Lashes right now. Usually I use Gimme Gimme when I'm filming for YouTube, but this is... Huh? Oh, thank you. It's called a Dicker.
And I love that thing on you.
Like a Dicker.
And I love that. I've got one as well.
So almost there, guys. So basically you just take your glue, whoops, and we just need to put it onto the eyelash. And you do this for about, I let it sit there really for about a minute before I actually put it on my eye, because you want it to become sticky and tacky. If you put it on straight away, it's a mistake because the liquid glue hasn't become sticky yet and it'll keep moving around the eye. So you do want to let it wait. So give it a good wiggle, especially if you've used it earlier, which I have. And I would use my eyelashes, you know, a lot. I really try and preserve my lashes because it takes ages to sit there and cut them to the right eye length, which is really important. I've got quite small eyes. and so I can't, you know, use them the way they are. It'd be like out here somewhere. Right, so I'm just gonna do my lashes now, put on my outfit. I'm gonna try and make a reel for you, but this is definitely not my forte. Usually Shivani does this bit for me, but I'm going to do my absolute best for you. So I'll show you what the final look looks like in 1 minute.